Angel says, you have been asking why. Why did that friendship fade? Why did that door close? Why did that opportunity slip through your hands? And your heart whispered, was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? But heaven says, no, my child. This was not punishment. This was protection. Angel says, some things you lost were never meant to carry your destiny. They looked good on the surface, but they hid poison underneath. They sparkled in the beginning, but they would have drained your spirit in the end. Heaven saw what you could not see. Heaven blocked what you did not know. Heaven shielded you from roads that would have collapsed beneath your feet. Angel says, rejection was not rejection, it was redirection. Delay was not delay, it was divine protection. Every no you heard was saving you from a deeper wound. Every loss you grieved was making room for what will last. Angel says, stop sitting in sorrow for what left. Do not mourn doors that were never meant to open. Do not cry forever over people who were not designed to stay. Their part in your story ended because heaven had written the ending. And heaven's endings always protect heaven's beginnings. Angel says, your future is too valuable for heaven to let wrong voices anchor you. Too holy for heaven to let counterfeit connections trap you. Too precious for heaven to let empty opportunities waste your time. That is why they left. That is why it broke. That is why it ended. Not because you failed, but because heaven prevailed. Angel says, your angel stood between you and harm. You thought you were losing, but in truth, you were being shielded. Shielded from betrayal you didn't see. Shielded from collapse you didn't expect. Shielded from pain you couldn't survive. Do you see how deeply you are loved? Do you see how heaven guards your path? Do you see how nothing leaves without heaven knowing? Angel says, what is meant for you cannot be stolen. No hand can take it. No lie can erase it. No enemy can block it. If it is yours, it will find you. If it belongs to your destiny, it will remain. If heaven designed it, nothing can destroy it. So if it left, it was never truly yours. It was an almost, a distraction, a counterfeit, and heaven, in mercy, removed it. Angel says, you will thank heaven one day for what you lost. You will look back and see how it saved you. You will realize that had the door stayed open, you would have been trapped. Had the person stayed, you would have been broken. Had the opportunity lasted, it would have drained you dry. And you will lift your hands and say, thank you for protecting me, even when I didn't understand. Angel says, the pain you felt was real, but it was not permanent. The ache of loss was heavy, but it was not the end. Every tear watered the soil for something better. Every cry shook the heavens and prepared the release. Every moment of heartbreak carved space for heaven's replacement. Angel says, do not confuse protection with punishment. Heaven is not angry with you. Heaven is not against you. Heaven is not cruel. Heaven is love. And love blocks what is dangerous. Love shuts doors that lead to harm. Love removes what is toxic, even if you beg for it to stay. That is why heaven said no. That is why heaven closed the door. That is why heaven let it leave. Angel says, you are safe in heaven's hands. Safer than you realize. Guarded more than you know. And though your heart ached, your spirit was saved. Though you cried, your future was preserved. Though you mourned, your destiny was secured. Angel says, what left was making room. Room for blessings that will not leave. Room for love that will not betray. Room for doors that will not collapse. Room for opportunities that will honor who you are. Heaven is not just protecting, you are being positioned. Positioned for joy. Positioned for peace. Positioned for lasting favor. Angel says, lift your eyes. Stop staring at the ashes of what is gone. Look to the horizon of what is coming. Because what is ahead will erase the sting of what is behind. What is arriving will surprise you with its beauty. What is unfolding will remind you that heaven's ways are higher. Angel says, Do not despise the no. Every no is a guardrail. Every closed door is a shield. Every loss is a hidden blessing. And soon, you will see the why. Soon, you will understand the wisdom in heaven's decision. Soon, you will rejoice in the very places you once wept. Angel says, trust the protection. Trust the redirection. Trust that heaven never takes without giving greater. Never removes without restoring better. Never ends without beginning new. This is not punishment. This is love. This is mercy. This is heaven's hand, guiding you to a safer, brighter, holier place. Angel says, you thought you were losing something permanent. But heaven was removing what could not last. If it was fragile enough to break, it was never strong enough to carry your destiny. If it was shallow enough to fade, it was never deep enough to nourish your soul. Heaven protects you by subtraction. And sometimes, protection feels like loss. But it is not loss, it is love in disguise. Angel says, the closed doors were not failures. They were shields. The people who walked away were not betrayals. They were releases. The delays were not punishments. They were pauses until heaven's timing was ready. Angel says, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every step has purpose. Every detour has design. Every ending has intention. What looked like rejection was actually direction. Heaven said, not here, not now, not with them, because heaven already wrote, here, now, with what I am sending. Angel says, your heart may still ache, but healing is here. Peace is coming. Rest is arriving. And you will see with new eyes. You will look back and smile, realizing you were never abandoned. You were guarded. Angel says, you will soon thank heaven for unanswered prayers. For the relationship that did not last. For the job that did not come through. For the door that refused to open. Because heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was protecting you. Angel says, the no you received was really a yes to something better. The goodbye you cried over was really a hello to your future. The empty space was not punishment, it was preparation for fullness. And fullness is near. Angel says, heaven does not strip you of joy without replacing it with greater joy. Does not remove love without preparing purer love. Does not block a path without carving a brighter one. That is the kind of Father you serve. That is the kind of love covering you. That is the kind of protection guarding your destiny. Angel says, what is for you will stay. It will not run. It will not betray. It will not collapse. It will honor you. It will value you. It will protect you the same way heaven protects you. And when it arrives, you will know. Angel says, trust the space heaven made. It feels empty now, but soon it will be filled. Filled with blessings that carry peace. Filled with love that carries honor. Filled with opportunities that carry growth. And none of them will harm you. Because heaven never removes without replacing. Angel says, hold your head high. Stop asking, why did they leave? Start saying, thank you for covering me. Stop asking, why didn't it work? Start saying, thank you for saving me. Because heaven knows what you do not, sees what you cannot, and loves you too much to let you walk blind into destruction. Angel says, your story is not behind you. It is ahead of you. What you lost was not the end. It was the beginning. A holy reset. A divine redirection. A protection that made room for glory. Angel says, lift your faith again. Because better is coming. A love that stays. A blessing that remains. A path that prospers. And this time, you will not lose it. Because heaven built it. And what heaven builds cannot be broken. Angel says, rest now. You are safe. You are covered. You are held. And the very things that left were never meant to stay. Your angels are smiling, because they know what is on its way. And soon, you will too.